Hello, welcome to this Choco update. Hope everyone is doing fine today. So let's see, we have this area in the Atlantic. It's now at 40% chance of development there because the models have really bumped up overnight. So let's see. A tropical wave located over the central tropical Atlantic is producing some disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Meteor conditions appear conducive for gradual development of the system, and a tropical depression could form by early next week, while it moves 10 to 15 miles per hour and approaches the Lesser Antilles. The system is then forecast to move west-northwestward across parts of the Eastern Caribbean Sea during the middle part of next week. So this has definitely raised a little the probabilities for development, and be monitoring there in the Lesser Antilles because this could impact you mainly with rainfall and some gusty winds, because most models show it developing later as it enters the Eastern Caribbean. So it will most likely be like a lot of rain there, and it will become like a tropical storm probably later as it enters the Eastern Caribbean there. So, but that's still to see, and there's nothing certain yet. So let's see what the models show. This is the latest GFS, the 6E. It has it going there and developing there inside the Caribbean and going just south of Haiti through Jamaica into Cuba and then Florida. This will be a concerning look for Florida, sure, but it's still some days out, so you probably change track and everything, and we don't even know if it will collapse or if you develop in the first place. So let's see, this is the European model. There's only the one from yesterday here, so let's show you the 001 from today in another side. So it shows the shock wave there approaching the Caribbean. That's the area, and then it goes, brings a lot of rain by the 3rd, by September 3rd, in most of the Leeward Islands, mainly like the Windward Islands there, so there'll be some rain problems there. Then it goes and develops in the Caribbean there. You can see a tropical storm there by September 5th in the Caribbean, by the European. Then it kind of goes into Haiti, affects the Dominican Republic, and kind of dies there because of the terrain and everything. So this is the European, and it has also a crazy low pressure system coming on from the other area in the Cabo Verde, probably a hurricane or a tropical storm there. So, but that will be a fish storm. So let's see what else here. So let's see if we get some other models. This is the Canadian. It has for today, so it shows the system there. That's the one. Then it kind of might turn into a tropical depression before it reaches the Caribbean, but mainly to a tropical storm like after it passes through the islands south of Haiti in the Dominican Republic, and kind of dies because of the terrain, but survives there, goes into Cuba, eventually Florida's a high-end tropical storm, almost a hurricane. So there'll be another scenario, the Canadian, but it's still some days out, we can't be sure yet. This is the icon, it shows first the other system getting together near the Cabo Verde, going out into the Atlantic, and shows this first system there, kind of organizing as it passes through the islands, set to bring a lot of heavy rain there by September 3rd. Even if this doesn't develop until it gets there, there will be a lot of disrupting rainfall, September 3rd there, so please be aware of that. And then it will go there, and the icon already has a tropical storm there in the Eastern Caribbean, Central Eastern Caribbean, by like September 5th. So this will be the icon, and let's see. The Neptune doesn't go out that far, but it doesn't have anything crazy. And let's see if we have another model here. I don't think so, but let's see. So let's see the GFS again, the 0Z. So moisture, let's see. So it's in a pretty moist area, there's not much dry air there. The dry air is mainly in the north there. Then it goes and survives there. And as of now, the wind shear is quite fine there. But let's see exactly how it is. So now it's favorable there, a bunch of greens. So now it's favorable, and the the GFS shows. Wait, let's see here. So it shows not much wind shear there. Then it goes more wind shear to the north, but this keeps going there and survives. And yes, so the look is kind of favorable for it to develop. So let's see. Another thing is the ensembles. So because these ensembles have raised a lot overnight. So let's see. Next 240 hours shows a lot of support there from that system, and some ensembles are already close to Florida, others by the Turks and Caicos, others like in the Western Caribbean, one or two in Central America. But it generally go this way, like maybe affect Cuba and Haiti and some areas there. So be watching those areas. But there's a lot of support for something to develop there. So, and the system behind it, there's some support too, a little bit less, but there's some support as well. But if that forms, most ensembles are indicating it might be a fish storm. It might go out there, but this storm might cause some trouble. So we need to monitor it very closely. The GFS is kind of messed around, but let's see. It shows some support for that other system behind it, but this system is kind of messy. It shows like some going out into the Atlantic, like 6, 7 ensembles going into the Caribbean, some other ones forming something by Central America. So the GFS is kind of messy. I think the European has more support for the system than the GFS. So, but the 18Z yesterday night had a similar thing, nothing crazy, but we'll keep watching it. But for now, the European has more support. So let's see. Where is it? Here, the European. So this is another look through it, the ensemble member. You can see by September 1st, September 3rd, it goes there. Probably form something in the Caribbean. Let's see. But this is yesterday's run, so because today's run is not available here. But it forms something in the Caribbean, kind of goes near Hispaniola, Cuba, the Bahamas, and some even go towards the southeast into the US there. So we are watching all those areas, but the imminent place to watch is the Windward Islands and the Greater Antilles. So if I was there, I would be monitoring this very closely. Most likely in the Windward Islands, there'll be just a lot of heavy rain, thunderstorms and gusty winds, because this might develop as it gets into the Caribbean. But Cuba and some other areas might be looking at a stronger system, so keep a watch there and be careful. Let's see. So this is the tropical storm strike probabilities from September 2nd to the 9th. Shows some 5 to 10% tropical storm strike probabilities in parts of the Greater Antilles and the Bahamas. And later, as this goes out there, still some probabilities in the Gulf, nothing crazy, but let's see this tropical storm, the tropical depression strike probabilities. Let's see here, tropical cyclones. So it already shows close to 70% in the Atlantic, then this week, but as it crosses the Caribbean, there's like 20 to 30% tropical depression strike probabilities from the European. More some probabilities in the Gulf too, throughout the Greater Antilles. But that's like tropical cyclone strike probabilities. Now it's tropical cyclone formation probabilities, not like cyclone genesis. So probability of a tropical storm forming up, let's see, 5% there by September 2nd, 10 to 20% by the 3rd, and even a yellow area of 20 to 30% there. Then it goes, raises from 30 to 40%, tropical storm probabilities there. And then it continues going, still 30 to 40%, some decent probabilities. And then even some greens starts popping up there, very short, some 40 to 50%, and the other area behind it starts gaining momentum. And then it goes towards Hispaniola and Cuba there, with still some probabilities. And the area behind it, some 20 to 30% there. So let's see later as this goes, some probabilities throughout the southeast as well, we better watch. So that's tropical storm. Tropical depression probabilities, it shows already 70% there, but by September 1st, still a 70 to 80% chance there. By September 2nd, 70 to 80% chance September 3rd, September 4th, a 70 to 80% chance still in the blue. And then it downgrades a little bit because it might be formed already, or the conditions will be worse, but it likely be formed already by September 5th, still some 60 to 70%. Then it goes, affects the Greater Antilles, the Southeast, and the Bahamas are all in an area to watch for this. And the next system shows it goes there. For a moment it gets like 60 to 70% chance of formation, then it goes out there. So we'll keep watching these systems. There's still a 10 to 20% chance in the Gulf from the moisture, but there won't likely be anything tropical, just heavy rain there. Let's see, this is the hurricane probabilities. It even shows by September 5th some low end, like 10% hurricane probabilities there in those areas, even 20 to 30% chance there near Hispaniola, some hurricane probabilities later. So this is interesting, we gotta watch too. And let's see here. So some rainfall. Let's see. We better just look here. First, the GFS. So until Saturday, it shows some rain there, some showers and storms. Until next Monday, some more rain, close to 36 millimeters. And as we go by September 3rd, rises to 110 millimeters in St. Lucia, in parts of near Martinique and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So then we keep this going. It rises more there as the system gets towards Haiti and Dominican Republic, more than 100 millimeters if it goes there. So this is, let's see, the GFS, and it already has more than 100 millimeters there by September 3rd and September 4th as the shock wave crosses through there. So this would cause some problems, just the rainfall there. The European has a lot as well, some 70 millimeters St. Lucia, 79 in St. Vincent, and 125 millimeters in Martinique. So even this is like Dominica, 91 millimeters in Guadeloupe too. A little bit more showers and storms in the northeastern Caribbean, but this area has to watch for heavy rain between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Dominica. This area has to watch very closely for some impacts with the heavy rain. So let's see, this is the icon, but by like September 3rd, it shows a lot there too, more than 100 millimeters in the ocean there, but in the islands it shows 70, close to 80 millimeters, even 197 millimeters in Martinique. St. Lucia shows a lot as well. Barbados, more than 70 millimeters, so be aware there too. So be careful in those areas as that system crosses there. So let's see. The wind gusts, until this forms, it won't be anything crazy, but you can see the system approaching there on the European, some gusty winds. Then it has turned into a tropical depression, tropical storm, as it enters the Caribbean, close to 67 km/h gusts in Martinique. it enters there 68 even to 70 in the ocean there. In Dominica, 60 almost to 70 kilometer per hour gusts. In St. Lucia, 40 to 50 kilometer per hour gusts. But the European shows the worst winds in Martinique there as this passes by. Maybe some high surf and some large waves too. In northeastern Caribbean near Antigua, Barbuda, and Saba, Statia, some other areas show some 60, 50 kilometer per hour gusts as well there. So beware. This the European, the GFS barely has any strong wind gusts, just around 44 kilometers per hour, and the icon has a lot too, close to 87 kilometer per hour gusts as this passes through the Caribbean there. So please monitor the system there, stay safe from the rainfall, especially as it crosses there, and the winds too. And let's see, this is the waves from the European as it comes. There'll be some larger waves there, some higher seas, so some 2 meters, even an area 2 could have close to 3 meters, so be aware there as well. And let's see some rainfall in other areas. So meanwhile, so in the next 5 days in Central America, shows more in southern Honduras there, some 80 millimeters, might be some more heavy rain and thunderstorms. More throughout Honduras and Nicaragua, might have some storms during the day, more showers passing by. Some heavier storms in southern Mexico, close to 90 millimeters. Throughout western Mexico, Mexico City, some showers and storms too, 35 millimeters. And to northern Mexico shows more moisture, close to 60, 70 millimeters, even to 80 millimeters in northern Mexico next 5 days. And some 81 millimeters there. And know that moisture in the Gulf shows more than 133 millimeters in the Texas coast in the next 5 days, 105 millimeters there. So be careful. Into Cuba, might have more storms during the afternoon and evening, like there has been the last few days, so be careful during thunderstorms with lightning, gusty winds there. Around some areas with more storms, around some 50 millimeters. Might some showers and storms passing by the Cayman Islands, but nothing crazy. Might have a storm or two in Jamaica, some showers, especially in the afternoon. Bahamas might have more moisture, some 80 millimeters near Freeport, Marsh Harbor, some 70 millimeters, Nassau, 49 millimeters, so some more showers and storms passing by in the next few days. Showers in the Turks and Caicos, some afternoon storms in Hispaniola and Puerto Rico, and some showers passing by there. So stay safe in the further outlook as this continues through the Caribbean. Let's see, the European has this going just south of Hispaniola into Jamaica, dumping some tremendous rain there, and going to Cuba later. So this is the further outlook from the European. The GFS has it going into Hispaniola with some very big amounts in Haiti and the Dominican Republic by the end of next week. And the icon doesn't go that far out. So we'll keep monitoring this and monitor the system if you live in the Greater Antilles, and especially the Lesser Antilles, and stay safe in those areas. So now, let's see, if you're watching from the Eastern Pacific, we have Tropical Depression Gilma and the remnants of Hector there, and still Tropical Storm Horn surviving there. So Gilma is approaching Hawaii, just a tropical depression like we pass north of the islands, might bring some rain and a gusty wind or two. And Horn, still tropical storm, forecast to remain a tropical storm all the way there, like almost to 175 east there. So it's a tropical storm until Tuesday. So Horn is kind of a warrior, it's surviving there, and Hector has already dissipated. So nothing left from Hector. Might be some lingering showers in the ocean, some gusty winds, but nothing crazy. Gilma might bring some showers to Hawaii, and nothing lurking the next 7 days there. So let's see, it shows now, it's showing like next 5 days, most things just north of Hawaii, but the European model does have some 24 millimeters, 7, 13 millimeters in Hawaii, 19, 16 millimeters of rain there, 11, 13 millimeters, so nothing crazy. But be aware, that's Gilma there, then some showers in Hawaii today and tomorrow. Then this comes, might leave a storm or two, some more showers, and then it goes there. So stay safe. Let's see. And that's Hector there. It might bring sun lingering showers too by Sunday and Monday, and nothing crazy. In terms of wind gusts, let's see. It shows the most of the gusty winds from Gilma pass just north of Hawaii, then the winds of Hector and some other stronger easterly winds brings a little bit more gusty winds by like Tuesday in parts of Hawaii there, but nothing crazy. Might have some slightly bigger waves by like Monday and Tuesday in there in Hawaii. So this mainly it. So stay safe and warn others.